I have been a lash tech now for like 7 years, so I'm about to give you guys the positive and the negative, but first, the tea. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ariel, if you didn't know, and I am the co-founder of Flowrish Lashes. Today's video, I know we talk a ton about tips, tricks, things we can do to grow and improve, especially for my beginners out there. But what we don't talk about is the actual end result. So today, I'm gonna tell you guys all about my experience and the things that I've gone through, the changes I've seen in being a lash tech for about 7 years now. So let's get into it. I am here to tell you that things change. So take a look at this clip. So I know when you're in the beginning phase, the things we worry about are, timing, are we gonna get better? And it almost feels like we're literally just never gonna get better. My first tip that I wanna go into, or not necessarily a tip, but fact or experience, is that there's never really a cap or a limit on challenges. One thing I want to talk about is, yes, the challenges you're facing today as a beginner lash tech are not going to be the challenges you face as a long-term lash tech or a more experienced lash tech. So if you guys are in that phase of learning how to do lashes, I am here to stop this video for a second. I want to let you guys know that I have a masterclass coming up in January right here in Toronto. You guys can have a full experience. It is not just about learning how to do lashes, learning how to do the skill. It is about literally more than that. It's about taking a skill and creating a business. I am here to show you guys exactly how to do just that. I want to make sure that you guys are successful, not just becoming a successful local lash tech, but becoming a successful business owner. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely go ahead and email me. My info will be in the description below, and you guys can find out all the info you can on that. Okay, so my second fact is the things that we focus on now as a beginner lash tech are absolutely not the things we focus on later on. What I do want to say is that things evolve. So when I say that we don't focus on the same things as we focused on in the beginning phase, when we're working on a client that is maybe, when we're further on in our career, maybe we're focusing on more so now about our styling. Maybe we're focusing more on about the actual health of the client's natural lashes. Our goals, our, intentions become different. We want to be more mindful of different things now, not necessarily, our timing, our isolation, our placement. At this point in your lashing career, these things actually do become second nature. It becomes almost like muscle memory, especially isolation. Using your non-dominant hand is such a big thing in the beginning. Once you get those tweezers in your hands, you know exactly what you're doing and you're on it like, I don't even know what. You're literally just doing it and it's not a problem. Now, instead of focusing on those little things or those things that we focused on back then, we're focusing on more advanced things, if that makes sense. We're focusing more on making sure that the style of the set is actually uplifting your client's lash line, making sure that, maybe we can get a little bit more lashes on there than we did last time, making sure that every single lash is keeping themselves healthy, making sure that we are doing the best that we can as a lash artist, and maybe even our clients have goals for themselves that they want to come into. And that can mean maybe they started with a classic set because their lashes are a little bit, not so healthy. And then all of a sudden, they really want to move on to a volume set, but we have to work towards that. So that's now a new goal between me and my client. So there are always going to be new things, new problems, new issues arising, but we are always growing and always focusing on a new challenge. Let's go into a little bit more of a fun one, but this is something that I'm super proud of and I never thought I'd be there. But your confidence level takes a serious boost. Once you know that your sets are coming out like A1 fire, you do get this sense of confidence that you didn't have when you were starting out lashing. And I could say firsthand that because I remember when I started lashing and what my sets looked like to now, I can honestly say that I know I'm a good lash artist. And that comes with time, experience, growth, all that good stuff. And I promise you, you will get there. It just takes a little bit of time. But when you're in the position of being a long-term lash artist, confidence is key. This one is a big one. And this is something that I didn't even notice that I gained. And it is being a lot less passive to your clients. I know I get a ton of messages about this too. You know, you don't want to be that person who's aggressive or confrontational. You never want to argue with your clients because, you know, maybe something's not done right. Maybe it was a client's fault. Maybe they didn't show up on time. All these little things that you know, at the beginning you kind of overlook just because, you know, we want the client. When you start to grow, your clientele starts to grow, you don't seem to feel so bad about telling a client, I'm sorry, I can't take you. First time that I actually told a client, like, it was my choice. I could have taken them, but I was like, you know what? I don't want to be taken advantage of. And I was like, I'm sorry, I can't do it. That felt so good to know that I cared more about my well-being versus, you know, getting this client in and having to get the money for it, or, you know, oh my gosh, I needed to build my clientele. I have to suck it up and do it, because it's like you're on to the next phase of being able to have that confidence in yourself, in your work, in your worth, and that nobody can take that away. That is an unbelievable feeling, and it does come with time. Okay, my last one, and this one is a big one. And I know that I have a ton of videos on this in terms of the tips, and I have a ton of comments on this on when will it get better. But I promise you that your perspective on timing in terms of how long it's taking you to lash a set is going to completely change. It is not going to be the way it is today, where you're looking at the time and you're like, oh my God, I just want to get faster. Like, I need to be faster. I need to get better. So you get nervous when the client starts asking you what time it is, because you know you're taking too long, and they start to feel a little frustrated and you start to get a little frustrated, and it all just goes downhill from there. But there comes a time where that no longer happens. And in fact, it kind of takes a turn to the point where when your client actually asks you how long more or how much more time, you get a little annoyed, where you're like, listen, you're gonna sit here as long as I tell you you're gonna sit here, because I know for a fact that you wanted to come to me and my work takes X amount of time, and I said that, so it's either you have no lashes or you sit here for the time that I'm telling you to sit here. I'm telling you, I have had my fair share of these happening to me, and it is at a point now where my client will be lying there, and it's not even like they've been here that long. Like, a client could be here for maybe like 25 minutes, and then they're like, okay, how much longer? Like, girl, I'll drop my tweezers right now. Do you want to leave? Because you can leave. Like, it's fine. Like, I'm cool with it. You don't even have to pay me at that point. Like, we may not actually say that to our client, but we feel it and we think it, and we know that we are worth the time that we're taking to do this set, and we no longer get nervous because we know it's worth it at the end of the day. Before I end this video, I do want to let you guys know that Black Friday is coming up. And that means that we at Flowrish Lashes are gonna have our biggest sale of the year. You absolutely do not wanna miss it. So don't forget, if you guys are interested in that, definitely sign up to our email list to be notified as soon as our Black Friday sale drops. The info for that will also be in the description below, so don't miss out. Okay guys, that is it for this video. I hope that this was helpful. I love giving you guys a little bit of insight on myself and my experience and my personal lashing career. So I hope that you guys like this one. If you guys did, let me know if you guys wanna see more videos like this, not just lash tips and tricks, but a little bit more behind the scenes than that. Definitely let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll be back with something new next time. Bye.